Hello, my name's Deaver Brown, publisher at Simply Magazine and simplymagazine.net. We do audiobooks and software, and my wife owns the company and my daughter works with me. And we get a lot of emails asking about our business books. Well, how do you hire somebody? I mean, what do you do? And my advice is to step back and stop thinking about this as being so complicated. There are three aspects to hiring somebody. The first one is technical skills, and people look at this so hard and so long, it's unbelievable. And actually, that's the easiest to judge. Do they have the technical skills to do the job? The second question is can do. Can they do the job? And usually that's pretty easy. The third one is will they do the job? And that's almost impossible, because you don't know whether somebody you're interviewing will do it or won't do it. And this comes from Robert Half. He had a great point. You need to focus on the will do. And you can't ask directly, because most of us, when we're hiring somebody, want to fill the slot, want to do it now, and we say, you could do this, can't you? And they say yes. Wrong thing. Find out what they like to do. That's Half's idea. Find out what they like to actually do. If they're salespeople, do they like people? Do they like to talk to them? Now, if they like to talk to people, and they like to get on the phone, they're probably going to be good. If they don't like to get on the phone, and they don't like people, they'll probably be bad. And one of the things I've noticed about lots of salespeople that call on me is they don't like people. It's pretty simple. If you don't like people, how are you going to sell? So that's what that is. Now, in bookkeeping, you need somebody that likes to be meticulous and careful, enjoy getting things right. So jobs have certain temperamental aspects, and I talk about this in Business Startup. It's very important. People need to have the temperament, and when I wrote my book, The Entrepreneur's Guide, I got a nasty review in part from Peter Drucker, because he said anybody can do it. The rest of it was flattering, so I called him on the phone and I said, Mr. Drucker, they can, but will they? And we had a wonderful talk about that, because guess what? They could, but they wouldn't. It didn't make them happy. And if you're trying to run your business and you're doing a job you don't like, even though you can do it, you're going to go nuts. If you're the VP of sales and you don't like to sell, you're going to go nuts. So when you hire somebody, make sure they want to do it. The last point is a pretty simple one. Listen to their story and say, look, is this something you want to do? Is this something that you're not above? In other words, is this job below you? 50% will say it is. 50% will say they want to move on. Well, you can exclude them. The second thing to say is in the first week you have to be here 40 hours. If you're not, you're fired. If your mother dies and you go to the funeral, you're fired. And then you can make the point that I do, that I've had some employees' mothers die 3 times in 1 year. It's an excuse. But the point is, they have to be willing to do that.